Welcome to this explainer. We're going to jump right in and unpack a truly massive opportunity in today's global market. Look, if you've been tracking global trade even a little bit, you know the demand for organic products is literally skyrocketing right now. But here's the catch. You can't just slap an organic label on a shipping container and call it a day. You need hard proof. So today, we're going to break down exactly how Indian farmers and traders can smoothly navigate this entire system to secure those highly lucrative organic export certificates. By the end of this, you're going to know exactly what to do, who to talk to, and of course, what it's going to cost.
Here is a quick look at our agenda for today. 1. The export opportunity. 2. Authorities and costs. 3. Picking a certificate. 4. The 3-year journey. 5. Rules for traders. And finally, 6. Maintaining status. Let's get to it.
Starting things off with Section 1, the organic export opportunity. So why even go through all this effort? Well, quite simply, there is an insatiable global demand for organic goods right now. Consumers all over the world are practically lining up to pay a premium for food that is verifiably chemical-free. Notice I said verifiably. Proper certification is what actually unlocks this market for you. It's your golden ticket. If you can manage to export with the right, internationally recognized paperwork, you're looking at some incredibly substantial profit margins that just do not exist in conventional farming. Moving right along to Section 2, authorities, portals, and costs. Okay, so who actually manages these golden tickets? In India, the ultimate authority holding the reins is APEDA. But they don't do all the groundwork alone. They approve various localized agencies to actually issue the certificates. And everything, I mean absolutely everything, is tracked transparently through a centralized online portal called TraceNet. Now, through APEDA, you can use local bodies like the Tamil Nadu Organic Certification Department, or TNOCD, or, if you prefer, you can use internationally recognized certifiers that have branches all across India, folks like EcoCert, Indocert, or Lacan.
Now, check this out, because there is a stark contrast in costs depending on who you choose. If you go with a local body like TNOCD, your costs might range from a very accessible 500 rupees up to around 5,000 rupees. That depends on if you're a small solo farmer or a larger corporate entity. But if you opt for the international certifiers like EcoCert or Indocert, well, you should expect to pay anywhere from 30,000 to 60,000 rupees. Why such a massive jump? Because you actually have to cover the travel and accommodation costs for the inspectors visiting your site, along with the certification fees and mandatory lab tests. Section 3. Choosing the right certificate.
So, knowing your certifier is honestly only half the battle. Because one certificate absolutely does not fit all, and this is where so many eager exporters make a really critical mistake. If you're targeting the European Union or Switzerland, you absolutely must apply for the NPOP certificate. But if you've got your sights set on the United States, that NPOP certificate is completely useless. You're going to need to meet the USDA NOP standard. You have to be crystal clear on your target market before you even start this process, or you're going to waste years of effort and thousands of rupees on the wrong paperwork. And hey, speaking of the wrong paperwork, we really have to throw up a massive warning flag for aspiring exporters here. There's a certification called PGS India. Now, it is perfectly valid and totally wonderful for selling organic goods within India, but it is strictly for the domestic market. You literally cannot use a PGS India certification to export internationally. It will be rejected at the border. So always, always keep your end goal in mind.
But let's say you successfully navigate all of this and you get that NPOP certificate. You earn an incredible privilege. You get the right to place the India Organic logo directly onto your products. Think of this logo as a seal of absolute, undeniable trust. When international buyers see it, they instantly know the product has passed rigorous government-backed standards. It's basically a massive sales booster that gives your products instant credibility on the global stage. Which seamlessly brings us to Section 4, the farmer's 3-year journey.
So, how do you actually earn that coveted logo if you're a farmer who's currently using chemical fertilizers? Well, you have to undergo a mandatory conversion period. You can't just switch to natural compost on a Monday and expect to be certified by Friday. It requires some serious patience. The transition takes 3 full years. During that entire 36-month period, you have to farm 100% organically. And officials are going to drop in for periodic, sometimes surprise inspections just to make sure you aren't slipping back into old chemical habits. It is only in the 3rd year, after you've proven sustained commitment, that your organic certificate is officially granted. And when those inspectors show up at your farm, they aren't just glancing at the crops. They're going to rigorously check these 4 specific things.
First, soil health, to make sure those old chemical residues are actually fading. Second, the quality and hardness of your irrigation water. Third, the actual physical makeup of the organic fertilizers you're using. And fourth, and this one is absolutely crucial, a fully transparent logbook. You have to document everything. I'm talking from the exact day you bought the seeds to the moment of packaging. There can be zero omissions, and all that data has to be continuously updated on that TraceNet portal we talked about earlier. APIDA is watching it all.
All right, Section 5, Rules for Traders. Now, this brings up a really great question. What if you're an aspiring exporter, but you want to skip the farming part entirely and jump straight into trading? Like, how do you get in on this massive boom without waiting 3 whole years for some soil to convert? Well, here's the workaround. Traders don't need to get a farm certified, they need to get the transaction certified. As a trader, you have to buy your products exclusively from a farmer who already holds an NPOP certificate. Once you make that purchase, you log into the TraceNet portal and you apply for what's called a transaction certificate. This document proves your chain of custody, right? It proves that the specific batch of goods you're exporting was genuinely grown by a certified organic farmer. That right there is your legal key to export. And lastly, Section 6, maintaining your organic status. So whether you survived that grueling 3-year farm conversion or you successfully secured your transaction certificates as a trader, your journey isn't quite over yet. Because this certification, it's not a one-and-done trophy that you just hang up on the wall and forget about. It's a living document. It has to be renewed every single year without fail. It's a mandatory process just to ensure that standards never slip and that the global trust in that India organic brand remains totally ironclad. And I want to leave you with this pretty provocative number to chew on as we wrap up this explainer. The renewal process isn't just signing a piece of paper. It carries real financial weight. To renew your organic certification every year, you can expect to pay up to 70% of your original certification cost. So here's the question you really have to ask yourself as you build out your business plan. Knowing the massive, booming profits waiting for you in the global organic market, are you prepared to reinvest up to 70% of that initial cost every single year just to maintain your place at the table? It's a huge commitment for sure. But for those who do it right, the global payoff is absolutely immense. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and good luck out there.